guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Manchester United Liverpool post-match analysis video. And if you just see the result, you might be thinking this is a shocking result by Liverpool. Losing 4-0 to Manchester United in a pre-season friendly is never fun. But if you actually look at the performance, I think this could have ended up in a 5-5 game or a 6-6 game. Liverpool could have easily scored 4 or 5 goals themselves. And you also have to remember, Liverpool started with 5 teenagers in their starting 11, and for the first half Man United went with pretty much their first choice lineup. They scored the goals while Liverpool missed all their chances, and also the Man United goals were actually not created by brilliant individual performances, brilliant team play. That was actually Liverpool who, surprisingly, from the scoreline perspective, Liverpool actually created the better chances when it comes to team play, passing patterns. Man United relied on individual mistakes from Liverpool defenders, and you have to understand, the fullbacks of Liverpool that started were in the Liverpool under 18 side last season, so they are like 17 years old, and they both made big mistakes before the first and second goal. Luke Chambers just turned 18 a few days ago, and Isaac Mabaya is still 17 years old, and this is actually a very, very good idea by Jurgen Klopp. He took like 30 something players to the preseason tour, and he wanted to get everyone involved. To play for the Liverpool first team, even just in a preseason friendly, is huge for somebody who is 17 years old and who is still trying to break through at the under 18 or at the under 23 level. So for them to get a proper run out in front of a packed stadium is actually massive for their development. And Jurgen Klopp is not thinking about the results in pre-season, obviously, and he said it many times, it's all about the performance. And if anybody is worried about this result, just take a look at Liverpool's pre-season results before the 2019-20 season. So before the season where we won the Premier League by 99 points, take a look at the pre-season results. We had like 3 or 4 losses. We lost to Dortmund, we lost to Sevilla, we lost to Lazio. We drew some games. I think we won like 3 games out of the 8, something like that. So we had a horrendous pre-season if you just count the results. And yet we started the Premier League season with 26 wins and 1 draw and 0 losses. We went unbeaten and we almost had a 100% record until game week 28. That is remarkable, and pre-season results very rarely have a direct effect on how the season starts. And if you played professionally at any level, you know that pre-season is all about fitness and getting match sharpness. And also you have to understand that these Liverpool players, some of them, this is only their 2nd day of pre-season or 3rd day maximum. I'm not sure how far Man United are into their pre-season, but they looked a little bit sharper, and in front of goal they looked a little bit like more ice cool. Jadon Sancho scored actually a brilliant goal, but Fred's goal was, I think, the best goal today. But it all came out of individual errors from Liverpool, and it's very, very painful because both fullbacks, and this is the risk when you put in young players, if they make a mistake, hopefully that doesn't hinder their development, but direct mistakes from both fullbacks resulted directly in Man United goals. But they are only 17, 18 year old. Liverpool were just unlucky that they came up against a very hungry Man United team who wanted to impress the new manager Erik ten Hag. You can't forget that. And also they played most of their first team players against a bunch of kids from Liverpool, and of course Liverpool had some senior players in there as well. But you have to understand, Liverpool's used 32 players during today's game, which must be like a record in Liverpool's history. I don't remember Liverpool changing the whole team twice in during the game. So we actually changed in the 32nd minute and in the 61st minute completely. All the outfield players were changed. So we made 20 substitutions when it comes to outfield players, plus we substituted the goalkeeper at halftime for Adrian, and Adrian actually had very little to do in the second half except pick the ball out of the back of the net after Pellistri scored. Otherwise it was all Liverpool in the second half, and it's unlucky because Liverpool hitting the post 3 times is all too familiar, but I think we can judge the team properly in the Liverpool-Man City game and also after the season starts. Until then, it's all about match fitness, and I think Liverpool fans can be very excited about Darwin Nunez and Fabio Carvalho. They look like proper bowlers. Darwin Nunez didn't really get the service that you need to provide him if you want him to finish his chances. Of course, he should have probably scored one goal, as I already said, but also he didn't get the best of service today. But that will improve game by game, and I'm sure we will see some goals from Liverpool against Crystal Palace. Really looking forward to it. So yeah, let me know what did you think of the first preseason game. I'm just happy that Liverpool is back playing football, and I'm really looking forward to watching the rest of preseason. I actually had fun watching this game, even though sometimes I was pulling my hair out because Liverpool missed so many big chances, so many sitters, and it's never nice losing to Man United, so I don't want to say that I'm not too bothered about this result, because I'm a little bit bothered, but not too much. And also, let's focus on the most important thing. Liverpool beat Man United 9-0 on aggregate during the season, and that's what matters. Liverpool absolutely wiped the floor with Manchester United, both home and away. I'm sure the games will be a lot closer next season, especially at the end of August. We already play Man United at Old Trafford. Maybe this will give them a false sense of security and a false sense of overconfidence or cockiness. But I'm sure that Ten Hag will have this Man United team playing much better than what they played. What they served up last season was frankly a disgrace to Manchester United standards. So Liverpool will face tougher challenges definitely during the season by Man United. In pre-season, even older senior players make mistakes because you are not fully sharp. You are fatigued, you are tired mentally, physically, and also probably the concentration level is not up to Premier League level. And also Jurgen Klopp changed 10 outfield players in the 32nd minute, and instantly Rhys Williams came on, and he was actually brilliant in the season where Liverpool had all of their centre-backs out injured, and we had to rely on Nathan Phillips, Rhys Williams to bail us out and actually guide us to third place. But Rhys Williams made a massive error before the Anthony Martial goal. He passed it into Martial. Martial runs through, chips Alisson. So Alisson got chipped twice, which is pretty unlucky, and it's unusual that Alisson concedes so many goals in one game. But as I said, Man United were sharper in their finishing, and also we made the wholesale changes in the 61st minute, and that's where our best team came on actually, with Virgil van Dijk, Fabinho, Salah, Thiago, Naby Keita, Darwin Nunez. I thought Darwin Nunez was very impressive as well. Let me know who impressed you the most in the comments below. And also, Darwin Nunez was unlucky not to score. He probably should have scored one. Salah also hit the post. But Liverpool created so many chances. How did Luis Diaz not score today? He had two absolutely brilliant chances. The first one, he flops his line. Second one, he hits the post. Fabio Carvalho also hit the post. And Fabio Carvalho, I'm so excited by this kid. He looks like a proper Portuguese bowler, flair player with the no-look passes, the dribbles, and his movement. He reminds me, I don't want to compare him to the great Ronaldinho, but he reminds me a little bit of that Brazilian flair that some Brazilian and Portuguese footballers got. And I think we will have a lot of fun with Fabio Carvalho. He's still so young and so much room to develop. Man United sadly scored a fourth goal when Liverpool pushed Man United back, and actually it was Liverpool who actually did most of the attacking in the second half. So the result is painful, but the performance is very encouraging. There were a lot of really encouraging, really good performances from Darwin Nunez, Fabio Carvalho, new signings, really impressed. The third new signing, Calvin Ramsey, couldn't play because he's out injured at the moment, but Trent Alexander-Arnold and Salah had an awesome link-up play, but where Trent flicks the ball up with the back of his heel, and he passes it to Salah, and then Salah passes it back to Trent, but sadly it didn't result in a goal. But Liverpool played some really nice football, and you have to you should focus on that in pre-season. Yes, during the season the results matter the most, but during pre-season you always ignore the results, and I look at the performance. And also the biggest objective of pre-season is not even to play the best kind of football, is to get the basis for the whole season when it comes to strength, conditioning, match fitness. Really most important part of preseason is to get the players match fit and ready for the whole season. And they are doing grueling training exercises, grueling training schedules. Sometimes they play a friendly game, but they also train like twice during the day, before and after the game, so you have to take that into account. And Liverpool have another like 4 preseason games plus the Community Shield final against Man City. I don't really count that as a preseason game, but you can say it's maybe half preseason and half like curtain raiser for the season. But Liverpool play Crystal Palace next, then we go to Leipzig to play RB Leipzig, and then we play Salzburg as well. And after that we play Man City, and just one day later we play Strasbourg at Anfield. But in that game I guess a lot of like second team players will play, and also against Man City I think Liverpool can make like up to 6 or 7 substitutions, something like that. And then the Premier League season starts on this August the 6th against Fulham, and that's the most important thing. Liverpool need to get match fit and match sharp for the Fulham game. Even if we lose the Community Shield final against Man City, even if we lose all our preseason games, I won't be too concerned as long as Jurgen Klopp is happy with the match fitness, the match sharpness of the players. I think Liverpool can be very excited by the young players, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. See you later. Bye.